Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, what does Islam really say about masturbation? In today's world, where temptation is just a swipe away and desire surrounds us from every direction, this question keeps coming up. Is masturbation truly haram? Let's clear the confusion, not through opinions or emotions, but by turning to the Qur'an, the words of the Prophet, and the wisdom of our scholars. Allah says in Surah Al-Mu'minun, "And they guard their private parts, except with their spouses or those whom their right hands possess, for then they are not blameworthy. But whoever goes beyond that, they are indeed the transgressors." Surah Al-Mu'minun 5-7. This verse is crystal clear. Allah permits intimacy in only two ways. 1. Within marriage, and 2. In the historical context, with those whom one's right hand possesses. Anything outside of that, Allah calls it transgression. That's not a light word. Imam Shafi'i, one of the greatest imams in Islamic history, explained this verse by saying, "It proves that seeking pleasure outside of marriage is haram." And today, well-known scholars like Shaykh Ibn Baz and Shaykh Ibn Uthaymeen, among many others, have echoed the same. Why? Because the act steps beyond the bounds set by Allah. It's not just about desire. It's about crossing the limits of what's halal. Now let's look at what the Prophet said and what he didn't say. That he once addressed the youth and gave them a beautiful, practical solution. "O young people, whoever among you can afford to marry, let him do so. It helps lower the gaze and guard one's chastity." But what if someone isn't financially or physically ready for marriage? Did the Prophet tell them to turn to masturbation? No, he said, "Then let him fast, for fasting is a shield." He offered a spiritual solution, not a physical indulgence. He didn't say, "Go and relieve yourself." He said, "Control it through fasting." Now, some people claim it's only makruh, just disliked, not sinful. But let's look at how Islamic rulings actually work. There are 5 categories: fard, mandatory mustahabb, recommended mubah, neutral or allowed makruh, disliked haram. Forbidden makruh means you're not sinful if you do it, but you're rewarded for leaving it. But when it comes to masturbation, the majority of scholars, past and present, say it goes beyond just makruh. It's haram. And that ruling is based directly on the Qur'an and the Prophet's teachings. 2. Be fair. Islam recognizes that this is a real struggle. Our faith doesn't ignore human nature, but instead of giving in, Islam calls us to discipline, to fasting, and to dua. Why? Because these are the tools the Prophet himself gave us to fight our urges. Not because Allah wants to deprive you, but because he wants to elevate you. Yes, we know it's tough, but Islam isn't about making your life harder. It's about protecting your dignity, cleansing your soul, raising you to a higher level of purity. Let's not sugarcoat it. Masturbation is prohibited, not because Allah wants to punish you, but because he wants to guide you to something better. To my brothers and sisters out there, if you're struggling with this, you're not alone. Take the Prophet's advice, fast, pray, ask Allah for help, and remember, every moment you hold back for Allah's sake is a moment that earns you his reward. May Allah protect our eyes, our hearts, and our private parts. Ameen. If this message moved you, share it. You never know, you might be the reason someone turns back to the straight path. Until next time, stay strong, stay guided, keep striving for Allah.